gentlemen, come on in. Let me see what y'all doing tonight. I'm in California, y'all. I'm not in St. Thomas. Tonight, I am sitting and it's a little bit chilly, but I am so excited to be here. I am Vision Coach Alicia, and every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I come to you with a special guest. And tonight is absolutely no different. I'm excited about this person because I've known her for a while. I don't speak to her all the time. But when I was thinking about bringing guests on that will be exciting and interesting, she was one of those that were at the top of my list. And so tonight, I am going to bring in with me SYNADE. Here she is. Hi, SYNADE. How are you? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. We were just talking. What happened? Come on in. Come on in. The devil is a liar. Let's find your voice. Let's find your voice. Because tonight is going to be so awesome. We were just speaking, and now I can't hear her. This is crazy. Let's see. Why don't you go out and come back in, and let's see if that works. Okay. While SYNADE is trying to get herself back in here with us, hey, it's around the table, and this is a place for authors, coaches, speakers, women entrepreneurs, men who want to come and talk about their business, men who are speakers, whatever. This show is, I think she's coming back in. Let's see if we can hear her at this time.
Can you hear me now?
Welcome to Around the Table. Thank you so much for saying yes to being my guest tonight.
Hey, I'm excited to be your guest.
Yes, listen, SYNADE is in New Mexico. She's all over the place. But tonight she happens to be in New Mexico. You may hear some background noises or whatever. Pay that no attention. That's because she's busy and she is at work. And there's so many different facets of SYNADE that we're going to discuss tonight. SYNADE, listen, I don't do bios on this show because I just like to be impromptu and I like people to tell people who they are. Tell our listening audience, you know what, SYNADE, if you want to, let's go together on Facebook and we can share this out and invite our audience.
Okay, I think
so just go on my page and you should see it. It should actually, yeah, and I see it. It's on my page, so I'm going to silence it. Just grab it and share it out to whoever you would like to.
Let's see. I think I was sharing it.
You see it?
Yeah, I think I did share it.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. I need to share this to a particular person that asked me today to make sure I shared it to her group. And I am going to do that right now.
Okay.
Listen, audience, I hope you have something to drink, something that is going to keep you warm, because I'm freezing here in Victorville. Let me just let you know that. Victorville, California. And so I'm doing just about anything to stay warm. But SYNADE, let's get started. Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, my name is Natita SYNADE Stribling. I go by SYNADE and Natita. Some people may call me Nat. So I have been in the industry of doing hair for over 20 years. I'm officially, I don't know if you guys would know, but considered union. And what union means is you can work for television, motion picture, film, and stuff like that. I'm official in 2 states, California and Texas.
Mhm.
Texas is a broader area, so I can work in Albuquerque. What's the other one? Arkansas. Oh, what's the other one? Oklahoma. It's like other little areas. California is basically just California. Um,
Wow.
yeah. Um,
Okay.
but you can work. It's not for everyone. I always say it because it is long hours. Um, but you can work if you work long enough. You can get a pension and retire in it and all that kind of stuff. We get insurance and stuff like that. So
So
it is good if you have a family and stuff like that. But then it also ain't good if you have a family because you will never see them.
I know that you are especially busy. I know that you are doing a lot, and we're going to get into some other areas of what you're doing in just a moment. But I want to talk about you and hairstylist and the industry that you're in because as I recall, you started doing hair when you were in high school.
Yeah, so I started in high school doing my friends. I didn't think I did my hair all that cute, but they would be like, "Oh, girl, do my hair too." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was doing everybody's hair. So then I was like, "You know what? I think I need to go to school for this."
Yes.
So I went to school as soon as I graduated. Like maybe a year after I graduated, I went to school. Like I didn't even wait long. I went straight to school. And
Okay.
so I went to school for hair. And then I worked in a shop that did both. It was barbering and hair. And I used to sit there and I watched and I was like, I think I can cut too. If I tried it, I could do it. So I would
Yes.
sit there and watch it all day and then I just started cutting. And so I had added barbering to my license, to my craft. So I don't just do hair, I do barbering too. So
Okay.
that is a bonus, especially in the industry, because a lot of times they need the barbers, but then they also need someone to do the hair. So then they have to hire two people. So with me, I'm like, they always say I'm the diamond in the rough. So
One package. That's
yeah,
awesome. So, can you tell us why you're in New Mexico?
I'm in New Mexico because it's Black History Month, and we are actually I will be working out here too, teaming up with a shop out here. It's a really hard name, La Ruhati Nahati.
Oh,
It's a classic. This is a
yes.
classic. I'll let y'all see it, but I know it's very nice. It's like it's got a whole downstairs is like a lounge
Uh-huh.
bar, and then it's like a lounge upstairs, like a coffee shop, and but it's all together in one. It's really nice. It's
Yes.
like a tourist spot that people come when they come to Albuquerque. Yeah,
Albuquerque.
so it's like a family-owned business. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
we're part of the family. Okay, so
Yeah,
like,
you're proud of the family. I
yes,
know.
yes,
I know. I know.
yes,
So, Sinead,
yes,
tell me, tell me. I remember a long time ago you used to do my hair, and I used to love my hair.
yes.
And I know that you're a really good stylist. But tell me, I know that you've worked with celebrity and you're working with celebrity. Tell me, what did it take to move from doing somebody like me on an everyday basis? I'm a celebrity. See, I have a
Yeah.
show.
I'd say everyone who sits in my chair is a celebrity. I don't
Oh,
treat nobody different. Them celebrities get treated just like I treat any other person. I treat
awesome.
everyone the same. I don't
Yes.
like I'm not that extra person. Everyone get treated the same. I do customer service. So even when I do, like the regular people, they always say, "Oh, like it's real pampering." And then even when I do my celebrities, they feel real pampered. But it's not I don't switch up. I ain't
That
doing
is so
different. Yeah,
awesome.
I treat everyone the same. I say
That
everyone who
is
sits in my chair is a celebrity. If you sit in my chair,
amen.
you're a celebrity.
I love it. Well, then I need to get back in your chair at some point. Listen, and are you able to tell us some of the people that you have actually worked with?
Yeah, I've worked with quite a few people. I'll just say some of the shows, like the award-winning Abbott Elementary, the award-winning Winning Time.
Wow.
I did the movie Missing. I've done from the guys from what's his name? Kenny Smith. What's his name? Arsenio. Oh, what was his thing? So I've done some of everybody from women to men, and
Yes.
like I said, everyone gets treated the same. I don't like everyone gets treated very well. There's no
Yes.
extra over here because it's this person. Half the
Mhm.
time, I don't even know who I'm about to deal with until I get them in my chair. Some things are very secretive until they
Okay.
get in your chair. Then you're like, oh, okay,
Okay.
But
Okay.
the thing about me is I don't even know who half the celebrities anyway. I'd be like, who's this? What they play on?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the crazy thing is I don't really watch TV, so
I love that because that means that you're not celebrity
yes,
struck,
yes,
although
yes,
you have access because of your craft, because of
yes,
being good at what you do, that you are requested, but you don't let it go to your head like some
yes,
people, run down stylists. And
exactly.
to tell you the truth, when I first came to California, I
Uh-huh.
had the opportunity to. I was really into makeup. I was a makeup artist, and
Mhm.
I did a couple of celebrities. And after dealing with one particular one, I decided this is not for me. I do not like it. I do not want to do it. And so I got out of it very quickly. And like you, I have never been a starstruck person.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of celebrities that are in my family who you know, I had the opportunity to go and set with. Do you remember Lawrence Hilton Jacobs by any
You
chance?
said who?
Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. He was with Welcome Back, Carter.
Oh, okay. I remember the movie. Yeah, the
Yeah,
show. Yeah,
yeah. That was my first introduction of being on a set with,
yeah,
and I didn't. So I've never been that way. But anywho,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
keep going into this. So, so tell me, what is it? How do you feel differently from, and I'm trying to express myself because being a hairstylist versus barbering.
Okay. So being a hairstylist and barbering. Okay, so barbering is like cutting hair with clippers, basically. A lot of hairstylists don't cut hair with clippers. They may do a scissor cut on a guy that has long hair,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, they can't cut with clippers. Um, some people can cut maybe African American hair with clippers and then can't cut Caucasian hair. Some can cut Caucasian hair, but then not African American hair with clippers. I can cut anybody. I don't have to turn nobody away. I can do scissors, clippers, whatever.
You're
So
doing it. You're just
yeah,
doing it.
yes, yes.
Amen. Amen. Listen, Sinead, hold on for a second because this comment page is blowing up, and
Okay.
I actually forgot to. I don't run the comments up. I go and check the comments so I could
Oh,
engage
okay.
but it's blowing up. Let's see what's going on
Okay.
here. What is the name of the place in Albuquerque? Someone is asking, what is the name of
Oh,
the place?
I say it wrong all the time, but it's La Rue Nahati.
Okay, someone put it in the chat.
So
Someone
it's
actually
spelled
put it in the
L-A-U.
LARU. Someone actually put it in the chat.
Oh, they did? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
LARU
Uh-huh. Yes,
NIAATI Salon and
yes,
Barbershop.
yes, that's it.
Yes, yes,
And
yes, yes. And then
it's
look, somebody from the island said it must be an island thing. We are not starstruck. So they're commenting, and some people are just saying hi. Hi, how you doing? I
okay.
will tell her hi. They said hi, celebrity stylist. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good evening,
Hi
Dr.
everyone. Hi.
And guests. Thank you all for checking in with us. Listen, we are always excited when you choose to join us around the table. So just keep on coming, keep on sharing, keep on inviting guests to come to around the table as we sit here tonight. As I'm not messing with that first name too much. Sine. I'm sticking with what I know.
Yes,
So
today's
I'm so
fine.
excited. Now,
Thank you. I dropped it.
yeah, I want to talk a little bit about, because I know there's a other aspect of your life in the beauty industry, and
Mhm.
I want to tap into a couple of things with that. I know that you have a product line. and we're going to
Yes.
talk that about right now. But also, I realized that there is a show that has been around, I think, almost 70 years, and I'm noticing it's getting ready to happen really soon. Bonner Brothers show.
Oh, yes.
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 I remember working that show because I was in the beauty industry, and I remember working that show year after year after year, tired body, tired
Yes.
feet.
Yes.
And they're getting ready to do the Bonner Brothers show. Is that something that you attend or go to?
Okay, so that's how I got started. So I used to
Oh,
work for Hicks. I don't know if you ever heard of Hicks.
no.
I'm sure some people heard of Hicks Edges. So
Uh-huh.
I was their actual lead hairstylist. And so they used to take me everywhere. I used to travel, and I was their platform artist. And Warner Brothers was one of our big shows. And I used to work for her show, and I used to work for her products. And she's the one who got me started in making my own products. And she was like, "You sell my stuff so good, you need to have your own." And I was
Wow.
like, "Yeah." And I was like, "No." I was like, "I ain't got that kind of money like you. Like, you got that long money. I ain't got that long money, you know." And she was like, "You need something. You need to think of something." So what I remembered was when I was on the platform, even though I was using her products, a lot of people would ask me, "Well, what flat iron is that you're using?" So then I was like, "You know what? I need to come out with a flat iron." So that's what I came out with first, with a flat iron.
Yes, and I understand that here around the West Coast, you are known as the Flat Iron Queen.
Yes.
They have branded you the Flat Iron Queen
Yes.
because
Yes.
of that. And so that was the first item that you sold was
Yeah,
the
that was the first thing that I
Mhm,
had that said
mhm,
that was mine, was the
yeah.
flat.
What
And
kind of
then I
price is
came
your
out with the products a few years later.
okay, what kind of pricing is your flat iron?
The price 150.
150. You know, this is what I like about doing a show like this because there's no way that I knew that you got started at Bonner Brothers.
Yes, I got
And,
started at Bronner Brothers.
and just look at how things evolve in our lives.
Exactly.
So, I sold one of the top lines for many years, and I love the beauty industry. It was
Mhm.
it's what took me to the level um, of where I am as a business person because even working for a company, I always treated it as if it was my own personal
Yes.
business that I
Yes.
was managing. And that's so important. So that now leads me to this. You have a line,
Hmm.
which you're an entrepreneur in many areas. And with this line, what does it consist of and how do you distribute your line?
Okay, so I have a product line. I first started off with the edge control, and it was really crazy how that all happened. Hicks had offered to make my edge control, but then they had got so busy that they wasn't able to, so I had to find a manufacturer to
Mm,
do my edge control. And so it was just this older guy who was wanting to make products. And so we like teamed up, and I was like, "Look, I need some edge control. I need some products. Can you help me make them?" And he was like, "Yeah." So a lot of times, people. This is years of making. Like, this didn't happen overnight. So it
yes.
is where it was molding on folks. So it's like you had to know how much, to mix this and this and this. And, you had to get them things on completely right. So
Wow.
it was time that it was not getting a good shelf life because of the preservative that we were using. So, like I said, it was just years of us making mistakes and learning and trying
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
And we did.
And you did it. And how many items do you have in your line right now?
So now, okay, so well, I started off with the edge control. Then I came in with our oil, the essential oil.
Okay.
And then after that, we had the shine. Now we got the foam, the hairspray, the twist and lock, and the pomade. The twist and lock and the pomade is our newest thing that we launched last year.
Awesome. And now when you look at a line that you've built, there's got to be at least one product that is your star product. What is your star product?
Okay, so the star product, excuse me, was edge control. But then we
Was.
started building other stuff, and now the pomade is taking off. Um, I mean, our foam, I can't really say our essential oil. So during COVID, I decided I was going to help other people that needed to make money at the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
So I had started to do private labeling.
Okay.
And so one of the ladies, she was using our essential oil. She bought the essential oil, and she made over $500,000 off our essential oils.
Wow, private labeled, and she made,
Yes,
wow,
during COVID. And it
during,
was just, she was just
girl,
posting it like on Facebook, that kind of stuff.
yeah,
And it's so
COVID was a
funny because
blessing.
I do make other people grand. I don't do it no more because I don't have the hands, the manpower. Don't
Okay.
want the manpower either. But a lot of times people be like, "Oh, I like this edge control. Like this is the edge control I like," and I just laugh in my head like, "I make theirs." You know, you know.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you don't have to buy mine. You're buying it anyway because I make theirs. So.
Yeah. Listen, you are sitting around the table with moi. I am Vision Coach Alicia, and tonight my guest is SYNADE. She is a celebrity stylist, but most of all, she is an entrepreneur. Listen, you can contact her. It's running across the screen if you want to email her, if you want to go check out her website and look at what she has to offer. I am so excited that she chose to sit around the table with me tonight and share with me. Coming from a beauty industry background, this makes it so interesting for me. And I'm so excited that she took a moment out of her busy schedule to come and be here with us tonight. Listen, thank you all for sharing. You all are doing a good job at sharing tonight. I have 7 shares. I'd like to try to take it up to at least 10 or 12. So if you all would just share it out, the show out for me tonight. And I want to invite you all to go to our YouTube channel. This is being aired on YouTube, on Facebook, and my Instagram did not go through, but it is on my business page, which is Boss Business Coaching. Boss Business Coaching on Facebook. And as usual, we're here every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we sit around and chop it up with someone of interest. And tonight, SYNADE, the spotlight is on you. And I am just so excited that you are here with us tonight. I am going to take a moment and just share with you one of my sponsors tonight before we continue the show. So if you would just give me a moment, let me bring that up and we'll talk about this and then we will continue with SYNADE. Tonight we have Listen, I know you all are waiting around for your income tax return. People are just ready to get their income tax return back, and you can certainly get your income tax done through my sponsor for tonight, and it's no other than Cash Indeed, a place. If you need a place, she not only does taxes, but she does so many other things. But right now, you want to make sure that you can get your taxes done, and so with that said, you can contact her at she is, let me take this down so you can see the entire thing. She's in Victor, California, and her number is 760-885-1955. Cash will do your taxes, and I promise you she'll do a great job. If you want to visit her, make an appointment. She's located at 14176 Amagosa Road, Suite I in Victorville, California. And we're so excited to have her as our sponsor for this month. So if you're interested in being a sponsor, all you need to do is go to my DM and I will take your information and you can become a sponsor. There is a fee, it's a very minimum fee, and I would love to have you as a sponsor. So now back to our guest, SYNADE. SYNADE, before I go back there, I'm going to take you into a place. I don't know if you're ready to talk about it or even if you
Okay.
can think about it. I know that you are a bodyguard.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
Yes. So I've always done that over the years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Listen, you all. This is a female bodyguard. It's so exciting. Let's listen to what she has to say. Tell us, Sinead, about being a bodyguard.
Yeah, so being about it, I guess that's why I'm just not starstruck because everybody is just the same to me. Half the time, I don't know who is who. I just come and do a job, you know. But I am, they are wanting more women. So, women who's interested in that field, this is a good field. Um, a lot of people are going more women wise, so they don't want the big bulky. They want you to think that this is the nanny, that this is the help. They want you to think that maybe this is the girlfriend, you know, the little side
Yeah,
note. But yeah, so
makes
sometimes
sense.
like if a lot of like the Asian, the foreigners come in from the, and they want you to take care of their family. They don't want a big, because a lot of times people don't know who they are. But if you got these big, you know, now everybody's like, who's that? Who's that? You know, so
That
yeah,
makes sense. That makes sense. That's
yeah.
interesting. Hang on for just a second. Let's see what's going on in our question. Okay. Someone is asking, could she please explain to them what does private label mean?
So private label means that I have done all the work. Your product ain't gonna mold. You ain't gotta figure it out. You ain't gotta hire a chemist. So basically, you can get product. You can buy product from someone and put your own label on it.
So doing that, do you have them create their own label and send it to you and you put it on the products, or do
No,
you
they do all that themselves. I don't even want to do. I don't even do it no more. But I didn't even like doing that part. Like we send you the products, you put your labels on it.
Okay, so you send the products. Wow. So
Yeah.
that was a good question. Then this is another comment. Ask a good business owner to encourage you to do something for yourself. That's awesome that you're doing that. And
Yes.
there's someone here that is a big fan of yours. Her name is Demetrius Hubbard.
Yeah. It said what? What? What was the question?
Denise Hubbard, she's saying Sinead is a great person
Oh.
inside and out. So she's
Oh.
really, yeah, that was the only question. There's comments, but that was the only question. Good evening, Dr. Patricia Goodman. I know you, and oh, thank you, thank you. I like red. Red makes me look good. So thank you so very much. Thank you. And listen, Sinead,
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you this. Let me just. Hi, Apostle Veronica Moore. I'm just seeing you, ladies. Natisa, yes, I am in Victorville. And when Sinead is not all over the place, she's in Victorville sometimes as well.
Yeah.
We are in Victorville, California. Okay. Good evening, Dr. Alicia and guests. So everybody's just greeting you and saying hi and good evening to you. I am just always excited and interesting to know. So you have been in this industry over 20 years.
Yes.
You said to me that you are in a union,
In a
right?
what?
You are
Yeah,
in a
union.
union.
Yes.
In a
Yes.
union. So most people have the concept or the mindset that when stylists retire, that they don't have retirement, they don't have insurance, they don't have the things that make their lives run. Can you talk to us a little bit about that aspect of being a hairstylist?
Yeah. So with the union, you get those. You get the retirement. You get the whole, you know, thing. But if you're a hairstylist and you're not in a union, you need an IUL, and that will set you up for retirement. Anybody who's self-employed need an IUL. That's a universal life insurance plan. So what you do is you pay into that, and you can actually borrow without paying any taxes or getting penalized or anything. So a
Okay.
lot of times people think it's a bad thing because if you were to pass away, whatever you borrowed, they take, and that's your whole purpose. Like it was never for when you pass; it was for when you retire. You know, so That's what I tell people to get is an IUL. If you're not in the union, if you're not getting a pension, if you're not going to get anything once you retire, you need to start putting into an IUL.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a universal life insurance.
Universal life insurance. And that was the one thing that I was in the industry for 22 years, worked with a lot of stylists, and one of the things I always noticed about a lot of them, and I always tried to, was some of them didn't take it as seriously, I thought, as
Yeah.
they should have as a job. I would have some of them that would want me to go to the mall with them to shop with what they just paid doing hair, and I would say, listen, this is your business, this is a real, I'm not, and so I think that it has evolved so much to the point where people are truly understanding that being a hairstylist is so important. It's not just a job.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business. It's your living, and they've taken it so much more serious. However, what I want to talk about is the one of the things that I know is the wear and tear on your physical body of being a hairstylist. The times when you forget to eat, the times when you don't take a break, the times when you don't wear the proper shoes to work. I was speaking to a hairstylist this morning in Chicago because I was trying to get her to buy some popcorn that I was in a contest with.
I had some of that the other day. It was really good.
I'm gonna get you on my next go round. And so she was telling me, I love being a hairstylist, but to give myself a break from behind the chair, I do event planning. I do other things, and so sometimes I find that hairstylists feel like they have to do something else besides being a hairstylist to keep them going. Why is that?
And I do other things because it's not even just always just about your health. It's sometimes it gets slow. That it's a season. I can't remember when it is. I think it's Christmas, the holiday season. It gets slow, and people get real paranoid. So it's always good to have something. Just like when COVID hit, when situations hit and you can't work, you gotta have a backup plan. I
Yeah,
always say you have to have multiple sources of
there
income,
you go.
at least seven.
Several stream of income.
Yes, yes,
Yes, which
yes.
is so,
Because
so important.
yeah,
Exactly.
especially when you're self-employed, you gotta have
Yes.
more than one. And
Yes.
and I always say, don't kick money out the door. Even if you don't have your own product, sell a product.
Sell a
Why
product.
are you sending money to the beauty supply store when you could be getting that money?
That's right. One of the questions that was asked to me of me today in a classroom that I was in was, how many streams of income do you have? And I was able to tell them 9 streams of income because I laid it out. I understand exactly as you said. Sometimes my t-shirts don't sell,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
people are ready for one of my classes. Listen, you are sitting around the table. I am your host, Vision Coach Alicia, and I help guide innovative Christian women to identify, create, and build their brands through visualization of where they want to take their business for the future. And this evening, my guest is celebrity stylist, bodyguard, entrepreneur extraordinaire, SYNADE Stribling. And we were just speaking very candidly about what it is she does, how she does it, how she keeps going. See, some people like to front and they want to say, oh, this works for me all the time. But she understands that you have to have more than one stream of income to keep you going. So now I'm going to jump back, Sinead,
Mhm.
into a portion of our discussion that we had about you being a bodyguard,
Yes.
which I think is so key. And I loved what you said because I never thought about it. That the reason why women bodyguards are now on the rise is because people don't want your bodyguard to be identified before you already. So the femininity of that person being like you are. You're not bulky, you're not masculine, you are beautiful, fearfully and wonderfully made as God created you to be, and you understand that and you represent yourself that way. What I'm getting at is sometimes women forget their femininity because of certain areas in which they work. They try to be masculine or they're in that place. So you're very comfortable with who you are. And so in that, my question to you is this: do you ever feel the pressure to be anything other than who you are?
No, actually, when I bodyguard, I like to wear my afro. But I have been told before, like, they didn't want me wearing my afro.
Your afro?
Yes. But
Oh,
I like wearing my afro when I bodyguard because when I do, I can, the response is totally different. Like, the respect, anything I say, it's a total different when I wear my afro. It's really crazy. But I
wow.
have done an event where they were like, they didn't really care for me wearing my afro. Even though they couldn't say it, I can tell they weren't
They
feeling
implied it.
it. Yeah, yeah,
That is interesting.
it was.
Wow. I am telling you, I'm just so excited about how we are growing as entrepreneurs, male or female, that we are understanding that it's no longer hobbies because of how things are changing in society and how we have to change with things changing. I haven't worked for anyone since 2009. I am retired, but I like what I am doing. And one of the things was during the pandemic for me, because during the pandemic, I realized the things that I like doing, I couldn't do them, and that little social security check and your pension wasn't getting it. And
Yeah,
I just decided I wanted to do something else, and I started coaching. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm making more money coaching than I'm
yeah,
making.
yeah,
And so then I said, this is not going to be a hobby for me. I'm going to make this real. So I
yeah.
went ahead and I made it real. And up to now, I'm making it real. This is one of my streams of income doing the show. This show, I enjoy doing it. And
Yeah.
you and I had a quick conversation about it. People think I just come and sit up here. No, I don't. Inspiration, it takes strategic planning, it takes work, and then it takes showing. And so I do charge a small fee to come on my show. And sometimes some people don't understand that. And like, I can get interviewed for free. And I said, by all means, go wherever you
Uh,
can get interviewed for free, because people forget that they have to invest in themselves to get
yeah.
to certain places. And so
Oh yes.
I'm going to this place because you have a line that you're doing well with. You have um, flat iron that you're doing well with, but it costs you to invest in those products to make money. So I said all of this to say this to you. Do you feel at this stage, after all of that investment, that you're profitable with what you are doing with your hair care line?
Okay, so let me tell you with the hair care stuff. Now, some people go out and get loans. If you're not getting a loan over 50,000, I feel like it's a waste
Mm,
because now you're going to pay a loan, and now the money you're making, you need to put back into your business, but you got to pay a loan. So now your loan is so small that you can't make your product again. So I borrowed from myself, and that's with the IUL that I was telling you about. And so I always said, if I don't get a loan big like that, I'm not getting a loan. I'm just gonna borrow from myself and pay myself
mm,
back. And so, of course, it took me longer doing it that way, but I didn't go bankrupt. I didn't lose any. You know what I'm saying? I've known people who have. I know people who have products and you don't even see them no more. Because they
yes.
did, took all these little loans, took all these ridiculous loans that wasn't even worth them taking. you know. So, and I had people telling me, you should just, and I was like, nah, God didn't tell me that, you know, because I'm gonna pray about it first, you know. So I was like, yeah, God didn't tell me that, so I ain't gonna do it. That loan they offering is not for me, like, you know. So I did it my way. So it was times where, yeah, you didn't see a profit. It's times that you do see a profit. When I came out with the brush, that's another story. When I came out with the brush, that like blew up. Like, there was an electric brush that straightened hair,
Okay.
and I knew I had a year before everybody was gonna get it was gonna be out there. I knew I had a year, and I did very well. Like, I sold a lot. And one of my things that sold my brush a lot was Facebook. And then all of a sudden, they shut that page down. And I
Ah,
couldn't get it back. And I lost all those people, you know. So it was really weird how Facebook. So I never really put all my thing into these social media things
yeah.
because they can shut your page down anytime. And now
Yes.
you lost all your business. So you
Yes.
have to have a website at the end of the day. And
Yes.
as you post those things, post your website. Because when I got shut down from Facebook, I can tell my sales from my brush and everything like changed. Everything changed on the products. So I had to
Sinead, I
redo
want to
it.
stop you there. That is so good. For those of you that are listening to Sinead, she just gave you such a key. Make sure that you have a website
Mhm.
because you are in control of your website,
Yes.
not in control of Facebook. That just really stood out to me. Make sure at least a landing page, something that is yours, that you own, that you do not have to worry about somebody snatching and taking away from you, which means you need to pay your fee also so that
Yes.
somebody don't you don't lose your website after you built on this website for so many. That was really key. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to make sure that they got that. And by the way, her website and her email information is running across the stream. Tell them what it is.
Yes. It's Natita's New Beginnings. And on your website, and it was really funny because I told my friend this before she did it. I said, do not let someone else build your website. You can do it, GoDaddy, all that. You can do it yourself. If I can do it, you can do it. I am so not computer savvy at all. But I was able to build my first web, and I said, you can do it. I said, because when you no longer want to work with that person or don't want them to do your website, they will not give you that information. Now you got to do it all over, find all your people again, and all that. So do your own website. You know.
Yes, I trust you on that. I'm going through something very similar right now with
Yes.
with my
Yes.
website, and so I do understand that very clearly. Now, I want to ask you this, and this is in another area because I know that a lot, even in this coaching industry that I'm in, people
Mm-hmm.
always ask me about pricing a class, pricing a program,
Said the price and what?
pricing pricing a class or pricing a
Oh, okay.
program. How do you come up with a price for something? And I noticed, I think I was on your website, and 150, there was a product that was $89. Was it a brush?
It was probably the brush. Yeah, the
Mm,
electric brush. But I
yes.
also do classes on my man weave. And what they used to tell me was I was the most expensive class. But I was okay with that because I wasn't coming down. So
That's it. Your
I was
price
like, hey,
is your
Sandy's
price.
doing it over there. They doing it over there. They do
Yes.
because I know what I do. Because I
Yes.
don't teach you one way. I don't teach you. I teach you. And I don't like a class of 50. So I'm like more one-on-one with you. I'm making sure you get it. So you're
Mhm.
getting your money's worth. So yeah, my
When you
prices is my prices.
This is your price. And did you say it was the man weave?
The man weave, yes. Yes.
So men wear weaves?
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, there's a
Listen,
lot of those waves that you be seeing.
yes, they're actually weaves.
I have some faithful men. They're
Wow,
more faithful than women, I will say. They
wow.
don't play. If I can't make it to the city, they will come to me. They be like,
Sinead,
"Where you at this weekend?" Because I'm coming.
And it's all with building clientele,
Yes.
maintaining your clientele. But what you said earlier when we were speaking was customer service. You
Yes.
give everybody the same treatment. So I want to ask you this question that's been lurking in the back of my head. So when you work with, have you worked with any celebrity who was really a celebrity? You know what I mean?
Okay, so I have two. Okay, so first one of them, I've heard nobody really wants to work with this person. I didn't have that experience. They didn't give me no issue, so I can't say. I just know every time I tell somebody, they're like, "Oh, I will
Yeah.
never." Like,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of people that say it, and they was like, "Oh, she's about bands." But I didn't have that experience, so I can't say it. Then there's
Wow.
another one that I did not know was, that celebrity, because when they sat in my chair, I didn't have that experience either. And I was just like, they just told me exactly what they wanted. And I just did it. And I was like, okay, but this is what you look like on camera when we were done. And then they were like, oh, okay, well then, yeah, do what you do. Okay.
Wow, wow. Hi, Noreen. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming in. Noreen and Maureen, two separate people. Good evening. Oh, Maureen knows you. Yes, that is Sinead. Yes. Good evening. Nice to see you, Sinead. So excited for you. Maureen used to be a part of our circle here in Victorville at the
Okay.
church. And so this was so exciting tonight. I just want to say thank you so much for saying yes, for coming on here and being with me on Around the Table. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, when we see others doing well, let's celebrate them. Not because she's a celebrity stylist, but you could see she's very much down to earth. Not because she's a bodyguard, you could see that she appreciates what she's doing. Not because she has her own product line, you can tell she's all about business. And so, hopefully, tonight, something has been shared on this show with you that would help you to maintain your place and your positioning as an entrepreneur, knowing and understanding that when God has given you something to manage and take care of, that you should do. Noreen says the key thing that Sinead said is pray about it first. And that is so awesome that you pray about what God has given you. You can have
Yes.
gifts and you can have talents, but if
Yes.
you don't ask God for permission for what you are doing, and I was taught that by one of my coaches, Alicia, ask God for permission for everything that you're going to do, every decision that you're going to make, because that is in the long run how it's going to pay off for you. So tonight, is there anything that you would like to say to our listening audience before we end the show tonight?
Um, I don't know. I'm just excited to be a guest and to be able to drop some gems. And I am definitely one who said none of this would have happened without God. Even when I got in the union, it was so hard to get in the union. It's not easy at all. It took years. It was
Wow.
years that I stopped even trying to get in because I was like, but I knew what God said. He promised me that it was going to happen. And I kept saying, I don't know when, but I know I'm going to get in.
God.
And I just knew it was going to happen. I said, it's going to have to be a miracle, though. I
Whew.
said, because the way they got it set up, it ain't set
Yes.
up for us to get in. So I was like, it's just going to have to be a miracle. And it was a miracle. And I knew it was going to have to be a miracle, and it was. And I knew I was going to get it. I just didn't know when. So I would say probably like 13 years later, I got in.
Wow.
I didn't give up.
That's
And I
key.
was going to give up one day. I went to this conference and I said, it is just not going to happen. I was like, I know too many people in, and they always say, well, when you get in, I got work for you, but nobody can help me get in. So I was like, and then the lady said, you're almost there. You cannot give up. She said,
Wow.
if you give up now, it ain't going to, but you are almost there. And after she told me that, 3 years later, I got in.
Wow, Sinead, I just felt an anointing on
Yeah.
that we have to understand it may take some time in our lives to get
Yes.
to places and achieve, but never give up. That means that we have to trust God in
Yes.
every area of our life. So
Yeah.
I am so grateful that you got in. I am
And
so
let me
grateful
tell you, not only did I get in, I got in California, and I got in two, not one, but two. I only
too.
wanted one. I only
Miracle.
wanted one, and I got
Yes,
two.
listen, I think that in that situation, you definitely prove that you're God's favorite child. Okay, He will do that for us. So, listen,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming and being a part of Around the Table. You have
Thank
dropped a lot of gems tonight. There's quite a few people that have come in here and have watched tonight. I am just grateful that you said yes, because Around the Table is a show where we want to just sit and talk. It's not about prompt and circumstance. It's about just getting to know people in different areas of their lives and what they're doing and what God is doing through them where they are. And I am just so grateful tonight that you were able to come and sit with me. And so, Sinead, as I get ready to leave, would you let them know a good phone number if anyone wants to call you, where they could call you and contact you?
It's the 310. It's running up down there. 310. I saw it. 310-601-6033. And you can
Okay.
follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Natita's New Beginnings.
Listen, y'all, you all got to see some of her TikToks. Okay. This girl make the she will have you cracking up. I posted one on my page today. Go and look at it. She will have you cracking up. She is just hilarious. See, you cannot be so stiff because you're in such a place that you
Exactly.
can't have fun and enjoy your life. And
Yes.
Sinead enjoys her life. Go to
Yes.
TikTok, Instagram, and look for her. Let her know that you saw her on the show and that you love her, because I do. Sinead, thank you so much for coming and being a part of Around the Table. And
Thank you for allowing me to come.
yes, in the
Because
future,
you know what, this encouraged me. I have always been wanting to do this. I just like, oh God, I don't have time. But then I saw today, yes, I do have time. I can do this too.
you
You
can do
know?
this.
Yes.
People make it difficult and they make it
Yes.
hard to do. I
Yes.
I enjoy doing it. I prepare for it. I
Yes.
don't just come on here and throw, but it takes some preparation, it takes some time. And one of the major things, if you're going to do it, is learn to be consistent in doing
Yes.
it. There's
Yes.
nothing worse than someone coming on a Friday night expecting me to be here and I'm not.
Yes.
And there's sometimes that I may not be able to be here, but I am very clever with it. I will play a replay. I will do
Yes.
something so that the airspace is always available. And so,
Yes.
again, you have been listening to Around the Table. This is a place for authors, coaches, speakers, women entrepreneurs, and small business owners. So, if you're a man and you want to come on the show, you can
Y'all
come.
want to see the shop? Y'all want to see the shop before we end?
What
Y'all
did you
want to see
say?
the shop? I said, y'all want to see the shop?
Yes. If you
Yeah.
could show us the shop, give us a tour. That would be fantastic. You are
Very
going to
nice.
give us a tour of the shop.
Yes.
She is in New Mexico, you all working. And so she's going to show us this shop. Let's take a look.
This is my tour.
Go ahead and navigate. Look at the colors that are in that shop.
Yeah.
Bright, beautiful. Oh my goodness. It is gorgeous. And that's the products.
We have
Wow.
the DJ.
It is beautiful, Sinead. Look
Yeah.
at this. Are you all seeing all of this? How
Yeah.
beautiful this is? Hi, Velma George. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's good to see you. Noreen,
We're gonna
thank
go
you. Yes, it
downstairs.
happens in God's time. She is the TikTok queen too. Yes, as well as the flat iron queen. Beautiful salon. Beautiful. That is a lot of
So we're gonna go
stitches.
downstairs.
Thank you, Michelle Allen, for joining us this evening. So good to see you. Wow, she's taking us downstairs. This is a two-level salon that she is working in right now in New Mexico. This is so awesome. You are taking a tour with celebrity stylist SYNADE's sibling, who is allowing us to see and share her space right now of the salon that she is working on. Oh my God, it is huge. Wow.
See ya.
Awesome. Listen, I had been in the salon industry for over 22 years. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. This is magnificent. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow.
Go ahead, John.
And now
Yes.
you're coming back up the stairs.
Yes.
Yes. Um, someone says, thank you for the information to get the IUL. Is that what it is? An IUL? Or you
Yes. IUL is good, so nobody can sue you. They'll sue your business.
so no one could sue you. They sue your business. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who have made the show great tonight. I appreciate you so much. Just remember that we're here every Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, always with an interesting guest. And certainly tonight, this guest has been fantastic. Is that your product?
Yes.
Go back, go back. We want to see your product. Go back. We want to see it. There is her product on the shelf in this salon. Congratulations. Congratulations. We are so excited to know you. And so, wow, look at she's showing more. This this is just absolutely
Let's
huge.
go outside and let them see the name.
Okay. Be patient with us. She's going to show us the outside where the name is.
Can
Oh
you
my
see
God, this is so exciting. Look at that. And I'm not going to try to pronounce the name again.
it?
I,
We get
I
it wrong all the time.
Dimitri put it in, but it's past in the comments where she put it in before. But look at that. That's the outside. And she is in Albuquerque, New Mexico, y'all. Albuquerque. That is so they do take walk-ins. That's awesome. How many stylists approximately work in the salon?
uh, 6.
6 stylists. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that whenever you have a product to sell, that at least it should be anywhere about 40 to 50, 40% of your business should come from
Mm-hmm.
products in your salon. And
Yes.
again, it's like what Sinead said, when there's seasons of being slow, you have to have other things that's going to help you through. In a lot of salons right now, I realize that a lot of people have paparazzi jewelry as their extra income to help when times and seasons are slow. But Sinead, this was just awesome, especially this last unexpected part of being able to tour with you. We appreciate you so very much for being a part of Around the Table tonight. And we're going to find a reason to bring you back on our show. I don't think it would be very difficult, but we are going to do it. So until next time,
Thank you. Appreciate you.
have a great day today, and
You
I
too.
need you to have a better one tomorrow. God bless
You
each and
too.
every one of you that viewed with us tonight.
God bless you.